This is another topic called passing parameters. It's where you create new functions like this draw robot function and use them. So this function uses the draw robot command and it runs it 4 times here. So if you change the digit to 6, it'll run it 6 times and create 6 robots. But there's 2 there. 1, 2. Yeah. And what happens is that this command runs numRobots amount of times, which means the number of draw robots that are here. So it's there. So it creates this numRobots, which actually is 6. Now this for loop runs numRobots amount of times, which means it'll run 6 times since I added the 6. If we change it to 9, it'll run 9 times. And ta-da! And this happens because the for loop adds 1 every time and it's 9. And n has to be smaller than numRobots to work. And every time this for loop runs, it creates this code, like it uses this code to create a robot. So this one is the extreme assessment challenge and of passing parameters where you create your own variables. So square rows is this command which is meant to run the rectangles that create this grid. Now the first digit was converted into square rows wide, which is the width of the square row thing. 8 is the height of the square row rectangle. 100 pixels across from the screen when it is created, so 100. This distance. And 50 down from the ceiling. Now size is the size of the squares. So right now it's 80 pixels wide, like big. I guess it's squared, 80 pixels squared. So it creates all these variables and it uses them. So it uses the square rows wide and other variables to create these. For example, square rows wide is the width of it, and you have to times it by the size minus 1 because it'll be 1 too many. Added with down because it'll be created with the down included, or else it'll have extra boxes here and here. And the rect command, so the rectangle command, uses the x and y every time. So x and y will have to be increased every time. So it's there and there and there and there. And it runs across every time. So every time y runs once, x creates this row or column. Yeah, column. And then, yeah, it'll create these as it goes along.